Today we're just going to go over some overhead lifting, snatch, clean and jerk, push press, or military press, anything you're going overhead, the importance of having good mobility and how it helps with stability and also strength and power. So the shoulder has a couple motions. This is going to be flexion. From there, they have external rotation and then internal rotation. Whenever your shoulders are up overhead and you're holding a bar, they have to be in external rotation in order to kind of stack the joints and make it so you can hold weight overhead. So this would be external rotation. That's how you can hold so much weight overhead. The joints are basically just stacked and you're not really relying as much on your muscle strength. Internal rotation would be if the shoulders were like this, and then that's when the hands want to collapse and come down. So if you're holding overhead, you have to almost externally rotate as well as keep them in flexion fully overhead. So the lat and the teres major are two muscles back here, and they're responsible when they contract, they bring the arm down and they internally rotate. So if those are really tight, you're not going to be able to go up into flexion and external rotation, which is the maximally stretched position of those muscles. So in order to loosen those up, we're just going to go over a couple things. First one is going to be a banded distraction. So the idea is you're going to kind of pull the shoulders joint apart basically, bring it overhead. From here, you can work on that external rotation. Go back into internal, just try to pull it out, bring it back in. You just do that for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Kind of open up the shoulder joint and then also maybe loosen up the lat a little bit in its most stretched out position. From there you can do a cross roll, and it's a pretty basic one. So you'll be on the teres major and the lat, basically just side underneath the armpit and just kind of rolling out all those muscles out, back and forth for a minute or two. Again, from here you can add some external rotation if you want. You can add internal, kind of whatever position you want to get in. You can lean forward. That way you can work on stretching the shoulder out overhead even more. And then lastly, a lot of times people will do shoulder breakers before doing a snatch, where you kind of come back and around. It's good to do that, but you can also work on the external rotation in that position up here. Instead of just going back, you can work on kind of teaching the shoulders that they need to be in that position as opposed to here, where the elbows will collapse in. That's obviously exaggerated, but keep here and then go back from there. So you can try to work on a couple things just to keep the shoulder back like that. It will allow you to be a lot more powerful in the overhead position.